Welcome back, dear students. In this lesson, we are going to discuss about dApp. What is dApp? What does it constitute? We'll break it down step by step as you move on your journey to become a blockchain developer. This is what you'll be dealing with from time to time. So it's good we break it down. We know what blockchain dApp constitute. We've learned about blockchain already. What it constitutes as a Web3 blockchain or smart contract developer. So, and I'll give you some illustration as well. You know, when this lesson is designed for beginners, offering insight into what dApp and how they differ from traditional apps and their unique architecture and challenges. So let's first look at understanding dApps. A decentralized application is an application that runs on a decentralized network, typically a blockchain. So now we'll be able to see you are used to app, maybe on phone, website, you do a lot of things. So all those, if you remember, during our lesson when we were learning about blockchain, when we talk about this Web 1, Web 2, Web 3, so decentralized world. So what differentiates it is when you build your app and it's connected with Web 3 technology, which is majorly underlaid by blockchain, that's when it comes decentralized application. That because the whole major powerhouse behind it, the server behind it, is not centralized. It's usually like not controlled. Though there are a lot of aspects of it that may still be centralized now, and probably in future everything might just be maybe some blockchain are also working to make everything decentralized. But for now, at least your data, especially user data and all these things, will be stored on decentralized platform, which is the blockchain. So if we look at it from this angle, okay, maybe I should use here then. I was thinking of using that side. Let me use this side because I need you to still remember some of these things. Yeah, now when you talk about dApp, I will break down what it actually contains. Let's bring something huge up here. And so you have something like this. Says a dApp. Let's try and see this up. Then let me see if I can draw the object inside. Okay, good. So you have this, which we call the front end, and I might just duplicate this. So they coming to each other. Then let's duplicate this as well. Have this now, and here I call it middleware. Then here we have back end. So we have back end here. So each of them connecting and communicating with each other back and forth. So you can see this now in the front end of your dApp. You can have something like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, JS, React, JS, Next, JS, Svelte, Kit, and whatever. So you can see this now. Then the middleware, we have something like Web3 JS or JS. So then back, you now have your smart contracts on blockchain. So this is the basically when you talk about dApp. So that's why I've taken the time to give you a drawn up for you to have an understanding. You saw how we do it gradually. So when you hear anything like dApp, just break it down into three. You have the front end, you have the middleware. That's what connects both the front end and the back end together. Then you have the back end, which is your smart contract on the blockchain. So, and this handles your data, you store data or some other things like that. Then this help you take like your wallet, crypto wallet. Now, when you have it here, this connects it with the blockchain. So it speaks through wallet to connect this front end. That's why if you have like a token minter, somebody can click mint token or claim and airdrop, and then this will help communicate to the smart contracts on the blockchain, send the details of the token to be minted, ask the person to connect their wallet, authorize it. Then once they authorize it, it goes in here, get all the details and return it back. So they are always in the loop. And when you have this, is what we call a dApp. But when this is on centralized server, you understand, like AWS, like let's say Twitter server, X server, YouTube server, and some Facebook server and all those things, or Google server, those ones are just app, because they are always like this. Now all this data, all this can be cut off. This information can still be accessible. That means that's why in blockchain people can build front end on a lot of smart contracts, open source smart contracts. You don't understand. So without even permission, that's why how people build Blockchain Explorer. Blockchain Explorer is not doing something so magic. No, it's just exploring, giving you a user interface, that graphical user interface that people can relate to it, to be able to undo those and check those things that is going on in the blockchain. So that's the same thing when you are talking about. That's just a nutshell. So if you have, this big something, no, it's not about you. And good news is that we are learning every of these things you see. Each of them, once we are done with this intro level for you to learn about, at least once you have the idea, you will appreciate why this the Programming University Bootcamp courses are well organized and suited. Even though they are free, they are premium level courses offered for free. So you can hardly get that anywhere else. So this is not about you learning. You learn HTML. They have a lot of free platforms. Learn this and then putting it together. No, we have put everything together in a full curriculum for you. So, and that's how you will learn it. You are first learning the intro now, which is what we are learning here, which is development. You want to set up web development. You want to understand what is blockchain, dApp, and all those things. Then the next, you learn the front end, you learn the blockchain, you learn the middleware, and then start building dApp to put them together. So that's the basic something of what a dApp is. You remove blockchain, it's no more a decentralized application. So those are the things that you check out. If someone is claiming this offer and then they claim it's a dApp, do they have at least a section of their app? It doesn't have to be 100%. A section of the app connected to the blockchain. If it's not connected to the blockchain, then it's not a dApp, it's just an ordinary app. So let's see. So comparison table versus, you can see hosting, centralized server, like I told you, decentralized. So if it is on AWS, that's Amazon Web Services hosting, or your normal web hosting and things like that, they are Web2, they are centralized. They can shut you down at any point, and this one is decentralized. This is the blockchain here. You can see it. So maybe we need to draw something each. Yep. Oop. I was able to achieve that. Good. And so we can have a cool idea. Good. So you can see this now. This is the blockchain. If it's not linked to here, it's not a dApp. So then control is owned. Since it's centralized, they can decide to do anything. But the control is distributed, like you have understood it from previous lesson. All these nodes, let me shift this a bit. Yeah, all these nodes are scattered about, and they have 100% up-to-date copy of this blockchain. So they are like Ethereum. I think Ethereum have thousands of nodes. So you can see 6,200, I think. So you can see something like that. So for those asking, I use pre-search most time for search, and AIM free token as well, and this decentralized. So if you want to support decentralized search, you can request to have access to my affiliate link to join them. So you can see, look at that. Countries. You can see different countries, you can see. And each of these you are seeing, each of them, US 35, if US today shut down this, Ethereum will still be working. Because each of them that you see, each of those nodes have 100% of that blockchain. So it's not about, oh, let's shut down 35%, then the rest 75, we have 75% transaction and 35 will land. So they won't be able to continue. No, that wasn't it. They are 100%. Each individual you see here is individual complete blockchain on its own. So, and that's part of the good part of considering decentralized compared to app, compared to just ordinary app. So the same if you check Bitcoin, if you check like Solana and more. Like I told you, there was a time that about almost 40 or 50% of, we call this like hash rate or something for Bitcoin was, I think, in China or something like that. And then they became hostile to it, and those mining companies were shut down and people fled abroad. I tell you, Bitcoin didn't crash because of it, because every other one continued to run until people move to other places, other country, and begin to reset up their mining rig. You understand what I'm saying? So that is the benefit. That's the advantage. So it's not about, oh, A is here, or 35, 35 in US. What about if US shut down today? People will move elsewhere. Don't forget the aim. So they are encouraged, they are incentivized to keep having all these things and keep keeping it up. So those are the major thing about dApp. And data handling, you can see centralized. This one is on blockchain and decentralized. Transparency, often closed source. You don't know. You don't have. That's why I think Elon Musk, after he acquired X, Twitter said he will open source. I think he eventually did, and people learned a lot how tweet was being pushed, how it's being recommended, how you to go viral on Twitter and all those things. A lot of these things, Facebook, Google, all those things, they are called closed source. So you don't know when they tweet things for or against you. You can't know. But on transparent on the blockchain, it's open source. You can see it there. You can use Blockchain Explorer and see transactions that people are doing. So you can easily see those transactions that people are doing on the blockchain. So with that, it makes it super easier. Then we have learned the dApp architecture front end, middleware, and the back end, which is what I've already do here for you. And every of these stages, we are going to go through them with dedicated in-depth courses, and all are free to get you from no coder at all or just interested in Web3 and the opportunity to become a pro Web3 developer. So challenges and limitation of dApp, scalability. So and because they are relying on blockchain, and all these blockchain, a lot of them have not been tested with hundreds of millions and billions of transactions like the Web3 counterpart, Web2 counterpart. So they are limited by that. Interoperability, difficulty in building dApp that works seamlessly, because it's difficult to have your dApp work with Ethereum, Solana. It can work with maybe Ethereum and EVM, but non-EVM is not easy. So, but you get all those things. So the user experience is less intuitive because people are just flashing things there. But I know things are getting better, and that's one of the reasons why you are there. All these disadvantages, challenges are what you want to explore to break it even as a Web3 developer. So some of the solutions are like layer 2, like I once explained, Polygon for L1, like Ethereum, to bundle transaction at a cheaper price and then onto Ethereum. Then cross-chain bridges, tools like Wormhole facilitate interoperability. Oh Lord. So, Wormhole facilitates bridging between, I think with Wormhole, your dApp can work on multiple blockchains that they are integrated in. That's a good one. And it's something I'm also looking for. So maybe look forward to it in future. We may have a course about Wormhole on the Programming University. So developer-friendly tools, content development of more intuitive. So those are things. Exploring dApp ecosystem, offer unique opportunity for developer, including access to wide range of blockchain, each with its own advantage and community. Platform like Ethereum also provide robust environment for dApp development with support for various programming languages, extensive developer tool, grants, and things like that, like through the super team, which you can check out the course here. You can check out here in 20,000 plus in 6 months on super team, which is Solana ecosystem, as a Web3 developer. So you can check the course. So those are the major things that you need to understand. Once you have this basic understanding, then at least now you know your direction. You are not just like, oh, I want to be a blockchain developer. And usually people that write this are who are actually called the blockchain developer. But you had better know all this, because if not, you will be looking for who to pay to help you build front end, and will usually slow down your work. The experience might not be good. You understand all those things, except your team working together. But having an idea of all this help you better. Even when you are building your smart contract, you may also consider some limitation from this front end to adjust how your smart contract will work. So these are who we call Solidity developer, smart contract developer, blockchain developer, Web3 developer. Without this, you are just purely a Web2 developer. So this is the bridge that connects the two. So you see Web3.js, .js. That's it. Got question? Remember, each lesson have his own comment under it, and get support. Join our Discord for for community collaboration, updates on DP and more. So I remain Solomon Foske of the Program University. Keep the programming spirit and alive your chance to succeed in the long run with this development skill. And please always do good to humanity and nature with your knowledge and programming skill and not evil, to make the world a better place for us all. Thank you. See you in the next lesson. Peace.